Hello, everyone. On August 1st, the U.S. President Donald Trump made a shocking decision. He ordered two American nuclear submarines to move near Russian territory. This move sent shockwaves not only through military circles, but also across global political arenas. Was this a strategic warning or a reckless gamble? And is the world inching closer to a nuclear confrontation? It all began with a post from former Russian President Dmitry Medvedev, now deputy chairman of Russia's Security Council. Medvedev rejected Trump's proposed ceasefire plan for Ukraine and instead referenced Russia's massive nuclear arsenal and the dead hand system, a Cold War-era automatic retaliation mechanism that could launch a nuclear counterstrike even if the Russian command is completely wiped out. His public remarks seem to reinforce Russia's refusal to yield its geopolitical advantages, particularly in the Ukraine conflict. In response to this provocative statement, Trump announced the deployment of two Ohio-class nuclear submarines closer to Russia, an unusual move not done in secrecy, but openly, directly, and with clear political intent. While Trump emphasized that this was a defensive move aimed at avoiding unintended consequences, analysts see this as one of the clearest escalations in U.S.-Russia tensions in recent years. Experts believe this isn't just a military maneuver. It's nuclear diplomacy through action. Trump's message to both the Kremlin and NATO allies is clear. The U.S. still holds strategic initiative. At the same time, he warned Russia to agree to a ceasefire in Ukraine within 10 days or face even more severe economic consequences. Russia dismissed Trump's move as childish tantrum, but didn't hide its alertness. State media stressed that if U.S. submarines truly approach, they could shift the deterrence balance in the Arctic and India. Meanwhile, NATO largely supports the U.S. move. Several Eastern European countries view it as a firm commitment from Washington. However, many analysts warn that this could provoke an unpredictable response from Moscow, ranging from cyber attacks, intelligence operations, to deploying Russian nuclear submarines near U.S. waters. Financial markets reacted cautiously. Global stocks dipped, oil prices surged, and defense stocks climbed as investors assessed rising risks of military conflict. Analysts warned that without diplomatic channels to stabilize the situation, these developments could create long-term instability. The United Nations has issued a statement urging both the U.S. and Russia to show restraint and avoid provocative actions that could escalate nuclear tensions. The open deployment of nuclear submarines is seen as a double-edged sword. On one hand, it demonstrates strength and determination. On the other, it risks undermining the strategic effectiveness of U.S. submarines, which traditionally rely on stealth. Military expert Michael Clark noted that if Ohio-class submarines are moved into noisy waters, they could be more easily detected, weakening one of their most vital deterrent advantages. Moreover, this move further complicates the ongoing global arms control crisis, especially with treaties like New START no longer in effect. From a strategic standpoint, this move seems aimed at more than just sending a warning. It appears to be a calculated power play in the wake of the U.S. presidential election and Trump's campaign promise to end the Ukraine-Russia war if re-elected. Like recent American presidents, Trump seems eager to reassert a strongman image both domestically and internationally under the banner of America First. However, experts warn that such action set a dangerous precedent and could worsen an already fragile geopolitical environment. Overall, the deployment of two nuclear submarines by the U.S. is not just a symbolic gesture. It is a tangible move that could shift the entire global strategic balance. The real issue, however, is that this isn't a game with clear rules. In an environment lacking trust and increasingly devoid of arms control mechanisms, any attempt to test the waters could spiral out of control. With superpowers no longer bound by any major arms treaties, like the now expired New START, the world may face a new nuclear arms race. Smaller nations such as Iran, North Korea, or even Turkey and Saudi Arabia might be driven to develop nuclear weapons to protect themselves. The result? A multi-nuclear world where a single mistake from any direction could trigger catastrophe. All of this from a single post on social media has once again pushed the world to the edge of nuclear conflict. Deploying nuclear submarines near Russia is a dangerous chess match, where a single wrong move could lead to devastating consequences and drag the world into an uncontrollable spiral. So, is this a calculated deterrence or the beginning of a new cycle of escalation? If you found this report useful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with the latest developments in global affairs. What do you think? Was America's move necessary or dangerous? Let us know in the comments below.